All right, we're going to look at how to come out of a video into a worship song. And this always goes back to having listened to the pre-recorded music from rehearsal or looking at the service notes and knowing what is directly coming out of this video coming into the worship song. And in this case, we have a little bit of acoustic guitar, we have electric guitar, and then the lead singer. And that's kind of the order in which you hear it, and that's the order in which we're going to cut to it. And before we even come out of the video, I have already selected the camera in our setup that we're going to cut to. So when that video is over and it goes away, the first thing that is on the screen is the shot that we want. So this video comes to an end. Oh, here we go. There we go.
And the life, anyone who believes in me will live, even if they die.
Oh, shame is a prison.
All right, so did you see that? And this is really simple. This is just setting up the beginning of the worship song. And honestly, going out of one worship song into another worship song or coming from a video into a worship song, that's probably the more complicated parts of running Switch, is just getting what I would call getting into the worship song without having any downtime or any dead space. And again, this was just simply by listening to the recordings and knowing where people are on stage. And then while this video is still going on, I already have our camera people in place at the right position on stage, ready to cut to. So again, when the video ends, this camera person right here is already in place and ready to go. And they know we've already instructed them during rehearsal that we want them to kind of walk up closer to this person playing the acoustic guitar. And we've talked about in rehearsal as well too, for the next shot for electric guitar. These are the things you hear. You hear a little bit of acoustic guitar and you hear a little bit of electric guitar. And we told them, we already kind of sorted out in rehearsal that we know we want electric guitar, and then the person starts singing very shortly after we hear acoustic guitar or electric guitar. And so that's why they are already moving backwards.
Oh, shame is a prison.
They're already moving backwards to get our lead vocalist in the shot. We weren't quite perfect on this. And we're not trying to be perfect, but we missed it just by a little bit, that we actually heard her before we saw her. It wasn't bad, it was still a good shot. And again, we already had this person on this side of the stage ready to get the electric guitar, and we had a person on the other side of the stage ready to get acoustic guitar. And all this was set up, all the camera shots were set up and in place while this video was going on. So you're being proactive, getting all your shots in place before the element actually gets going, and then having a really short shot list, say that 10 times fast, a really short shot list coming out of the video going into the worship song. And again, the shot list was simple. It was just acoustic guitar, electric guitar, and then lead vocalist. And we got fancy on this one by backing out of the electric guitar to the lead vocalist, but we could have kept the person on the electric guitar, and we had our primary camera, one or two, I can't remember, on this lead vocalist as well, and I could have just cut to that other shot of her singing for the lead song. And that's the concept of coming out of a video into a worship song. And it's different for it'll be a little different for every kind of scenario. But again, that's just the concept of how you go from a worship song, go from a video into a worship song.